In my 2023 wrap-up video, I mentioned being really excited for the year to come and how I have a lot of reasons to be, but I didn't really elaborate, so I figured I'd take a moment to do that here. This is Little Akiba Games, I'm Patrick, welcome back to the shop. The Sega Power Surge initiative deserves a whole video in its own right, and don't worry, I said it's getting one and I meant it. However, just having that fact sitting there that we're getting the version of Sega that we probably would have gotten if they hadn't changed up their entire content strategy so much post-Dreamcast is one of the most exciting things in gaming today, especially when you stop to look at the list of IPs they've renewed trademarks on since the Game Awards. The Legend of Heroes Trails saga finally wraps up its tales on the continent of Zemuria with Kaino Kiseki. Zemuria is the only continent the story has seen dating all the way back to the Liberal Kingdom arc, better known as Trails in the Sky, that started it all over 20 years ago. Since then, we've been given few if any glances beyond Zemuria's borders. Thus, Kaino Kiseki will undoubtedly mark the end of an era not just for Falcom and the Trails series, but for a generation of JRPG gamers who have spent a good chunk of their lives exploring and enjoying the setting. Falcom has effectively annualized the Trails series at this point, and the West is somehow almost caught up to the Japanese output, which is impressive when you consider the depth of storytelling going on with it. That also means that it really won't be that long before we learn what's next, which is kind of surreal to think about. The Seiken Densetsu franchise is one of gaming's most respected properties, even though it has had trouble finding its legs at times. Another Game Awards drop, one that slightly got spoiled by a trademark filing earlier that day, Visions of Mana looks to take its primary inspiration from recent remakes of a couple of the series' foundational titles, Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana, which helped define the action RPG scene of the 90s. If we can get some good multiplayer support in there, 3 or 4 players at least, online and off, we could be seeing an instant classic in the making. One part of my regular gaming I don't really talk about on this channel much is my enjoyment of Final Fantasy XIV, but I play it quite regularly and am greatly looking forward to the 7.0 expansion, Dawntrail. Even though the Japanese Fan Fest has not yet taken place as of this recording, and therefore there is a lot of content still under wraps, the Viper class and the graphical update by themselves have me excited for the expansion, although it'll be interesting to see how the latter works out without bringing PlayStation 4 support to an end. Whatever news comes out at the Fan Fest, including the purported magical-based melee DPS that I greatly hope is Mystic Knight, could hit or miss with me, and I'll still be ready to hit the ground running when Dawntrail drops this summer. I don't see myself as making Final Fantasy XIV a regular part of my channel content, but there might well be some videos about it as we get close to the Dawntrail launch. I love seeing arcade racing games come along that tap into that energy from the late 80s to mid-90s, and 2024 looks to be a great year for them. We already know that efforts are being made to get Drift Stage back into development, and that there's a Top Racer collection coming up at some point, both of which I'm really hopeful for as positive stories for the year. But another title has emerged in the form of Victory Heat Rally, which could effectively be marketed as a sequel to Sega's arcade classic Power Drift. There's a demo up right now on Steam, so go check it out. It might go on your own most anticipated games list too. Whether Switch 2 launches or not is up in the air, but at least we'll likely learn what it is in 2024. The positive is that the system is, by all accounts, coming too soon for a proper launch lineup to materialize, meaning that backward compatibility will be promoted from an important feature to outright mandatory, since the system will be relying heavily on the existing Switch library in its first year or two of existence. A decisive blow against absurd outlets like Nintendo Life who have cast doubt upon or outright advocated against the feature's inclusion. The more information that trickles out about the Switch 2, the more it looks like a strong long-term gaming platform worth supporting, just like its predecessor. Hopefully it stays that way 12 months from now. Getting deeper into retro import gaming is a given for this channel, and I've already started developing plans for it as a content stream in 2024. The Digital Akiba series figures to be a big part of content on this channel for the foreseeable future, which also has me excited just because the inevitable expansion of my gaming library as it all plays out. I'm also planning on doing a lot of content on fan translations, which also means I myself will be spending time on games I've never had the chance to play previously, which could make 2024 a strong year for me all by itself. Generally speaking, I look forward to spending a lot more of my time and money on those older games that are frankly more worthy of my investment than what's being made today. I really feel that I stand to enjoy gaming more in the coming year than I have in at least a decade, if not longer. Of course, I do look forward to continued growth of the channel and the community that powers it. I'm constantly striving to provide you with the best content of this type on YouTube and looking for new aspects of it to delve into. One of my personal goals for 2024 is to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers, which would mark growth of a little less than 400% as of this recording, but I feel it's entirely attainable. Right now, my analytics are showing that almost 90% of my viewers this past year are non-subscribed, so if you like what you're seeing here, please hit that subscribe button and join this growing gaming community. And absolutely let me know down in the comments what on-brand topics you'd like to see me cover in the coming year. I aim to please. Finally, I just want to take a moment to let you all know that I have bought littleakibaGames.com for some future use. I don't know what exactly I'll be doing with it at the moment, but I'm already tossing around ideas ranging from as small as a new way to organize channel content to turning it into a full-scale retro and import gaming coverage outlet and a possible vehicle for the relaunch of the Smashpad Gamers Without Borders podcast under the Little Akiba Games moniker. So if there's anything you'd like to see from a potential Little Akiba Games website, I'm certainly listening to any and all input on the matter. But how about all of you? Let me know down in the comments what has you excited for the gaming year to come, and let's get some conversations going about it. Nice way to start the new year, I say. That's all for now. I hope everyone had a great holiday season and are looking forward to a wonderful year ahead. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, comment, share, and especially subscribe to become a regular in this growing community. Click the notification bell if you want to know right away when the next video drops. I look forward to seeing you back here next time at Little Akiba Games.